Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 21, and it's the final round of the Moto3 World Championship right here in Valencia. So here we are in free practice, the World Championship leader by just 22 points ahead of Darren Binder, the Petronas SRT Honda. This is going to be a very, very interesting weekend. We need to be the best we can be, and that is to pretty much win, take first in every session, and go on to win the World Championship in style. Of course, Darren Binder will be absolutely eager to deter us and to stop us from winning the World Championship. But to be fair, when you are 22 points down, and this is the final round, it's going to be very difficult for Darren Binder to overcome the odds and beat Matt Grant. He has been stupendous this season on board that Husqvarna. Many people didn't think we could get it done with the Husqvarna, but most did not doubt. The aces did not doubt, and neither did I, and it has been a magnificent, magnificent championship. I really hope Valencia just does even half of what's as good as all season, and then we are bound to top off this magnificent season with another awesome video. But first and foremost, guys, big thank you to everyone who's watched since round one. Amazing to think that it's been 40 videos come 8 PM tonight we have done in MotoGP 21 career mode. So if you guys have watched all of it, then a big thank you from DrAce himself. And of course, we cannot wait for Moto 2, as we already signed and ready to move up to Petronas SRT in Calex in Moto 2 next season. I cannot wait, and I'm sure you can't wait too. I'll be looking forward to recording that this weekend. But on this first lap, it's gone pretty fine and dandy so far. A couple of red sectors, the orange sector and sector 1. Of course, we can improve, that's what free practice is all about. And across the line we will go, and we will get top spot by 0.2 of a second, a 1:42.537 for the World Championship leader. That is a pretty good start for Matt Grant, if I do say so myself. Going into Jorge Martinez Aspa, I think, is going to be really difficult in the race come 8 PM tonight. I think we are going to have work cut out for us, let's say. Of course, if you are joining this for the very first time and you haven't seen those other videos, we only use power setting 1 in these particular videos on board the Moto3 machines. Utilising power setting 2 and 3 just makes the game a little bit too easy, therefore we only run power setting 1. Of course, for us the goal is extremely simple, and that is just simply finish ahead of Darren Binder. The way the championship will work right now is Darren Binder has to win the race. That is the only possible outcome for him to try and win it, so he has to win the race, and all we have to do is acquire more than 3 points. That's it. That's all we have to do. So providing we finish ahead of Darren Binder, we will be going home with a wonderful World Championship and our very first in our rookie season in Moto 3. And of course this is do or die for as far as the championship goes, because of course we are already signed up to move up to Moto 2, and it would be a damn shame to move up to Moto 2 by missing out with such a stupendous lead. I very much doubt we are going to lose out. It's practically impossible, and considering how well we've performed under pressure so far in the likes of Phillip Island and Sepang, I don't doubt our abilities once right here in Valencia. Now onto the left-hand side for the Adrian Campos corner, the final corner, turn 14, right here in Valencia. And I tell you what, it looks like we are going to take top spot in a moment's time, 1.2 seconds quicker than our previous best. And across the line we go, and it's top spot by half a second. So as you can see on screen right now, Grant leads with a 1:41.397, Jaume Masia and Darren Binder are your top 3, just 0.6 and 0.4 behind. We now move over to qualifying 2 when the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, beautiful weather here in the Circuit Ricardo Tormo of Valencia, and the riders from Q1 will join us now. Dennis Foggia, Dennis Onchu, Ethan Guevara and Ayumi Sasaki are now in Q2. So here it is, our last qualifying session of Moto 3 this season. Hopefully we can do the business and take pole position number 12. Qualifying has certainly been our strong point this season. We have been absolutely terrific, and I don't doubt that we'll probably take pole position here again today. Going into the left-hander of the Mick Doohan corner for turn 2, nice and tight apex there, and we'll then begin to bring on the throttle to use a little bit of speed and momentum to try and get into turn 3 and turn 4 with a lot of pace. Into the Nico Tirol corner, we will try and line the bike up on the rumble strip, or near enough to then flick it onto the right-hand side of turn 5. Begin to pick up the motorcycle ever so slightly, run over to the right-hand side here for the rumble strip, and then bring it in nice and gradually for the Angel Nieto corner for turn 6. Line the bike up once again, utilising full speed out of the corner. Running traction control setting 3 so I can give a nice amount of acceleration without the bike moving around too much. Now into the left-hand side for turn 8. Run a nice tighter line and don't drop the bike like Fabio did in the Grand Prix last season. And onto the left-hand side we go for turn 9. Turn 10, you can sort of cut the rumble strip here, but don't touch the green, of course, because you know what that means. It means that you exceed track limits and your lap gets invalidated. But I tell you what, this will be a very damn decent lap if we can continue this pace. Sergio Garcia currently sits at the top of the podium right now, or the top of the pole position, should I say, with a 1:42.620. Rodrigo Sasaki on the front row as things stand, and Grant currently in 4th, but he is yet to set a lap time. Going into the left-hander now for the Adrian Campos, turn 14. Ran it a little bit too deep there, a little bit deeper than I would have wanted, but still we've got the acceleration on and we're powering it down. Coming down the back straight and across the line in a moment's time, we will get a 1:41.431, which is more than sufficient for the top spot. Keep an eye on Pedro Acosta on your left-hand side of the screen there. He's in 6th place, and he is sitting with a red sector in the very first one. Jamamassia also equal in the first sector, but a little bit behind, maybe, if he's got an orange sector, not as quick as Acosta or Grant. Costa in the second sector's filled up nicely with another orange, so it's looking pretty nice. Gabriel Rodrigo in 3rd place too. Do want to keep away from Rodrigo this weekend, as mentioned last time out in Sepang. Usually something bad happens with Gabriel Rodrigo, but unfortunately for him something bad happened in the last corner of Sepang International Circuit, as we dived over the inside of the Argentine and took the Grand Prix podium, the 2nd place, which was crucial for the World Championship, as we just invalidate the lap time coming out of the Angel Nieto corner. A little bit too eager on lifting the bike up, touching the green and invalidating that pretty good lap. It wasn't as good as the 1:41.431, but it's still pretty good nonetheless. Now the soft option front and soft option rear are taking a bit of a battering, and we are only on our 2nd lap. Maybe the soft option tyres aren't going to get the job done here today, so we might have to try things out and change things up a little bit. Could potentially chuck in a medium, or like last time in Sepang we used a hard option, and that went extremely well as we took pole position in the difficult Sepang International Circuit. As we were speaking, we did get dethroned by Pedro Acosta. He's now up in the top spot with a 1:41.170, so the Spaniard is still in provisional pole right now, as Jamamassia just jumps in behind his teammate. He's 0.2 of a second ahead of us, but not much behind Pedro Acosta. There's not much in it, as Grant will come across the line now with an invalidated lap with a 1:41.536, so good race pace. Even if we are in the qualifying session, you can still work on race pace, why not? As we go into the left-hand side for the Jorge Martinez Aspar corner. Lost a little bit of time there, didn't get the corner right. We lost quite a few tenths there, maybe going under 4 tenths. We'll try and chase that lap time down again, but 4 tenths down already into Sector 1. We could potentially abandon this one, jump into the pits and get some fresh rubber to really chuck in those fast lap times. But on the right-hand side for the Nico Tirol corner, I want to go somewhere similar to the 1:41.5 that we just put in. I want to know if our pace is going to be rather consistent and rather quick for the race at 8 PM GMT tonight, or it might be BST because it's British summertime now, as John McPhee dethrones Grant from the front row. So as it stands, it's Acosta, Massia, then the Petronas sprinter of John McPhee in 3rd place. Now the Red Bull KTM IO team actually beat the Petronas sprinter team last time out in Sepang for the team championship. Now Petronas have led that all season to be dethroned on round 19. It's a little bit concerning for the SRT outfit, but right now both of the Malaysian team are looking pretty nice in 3rd and 4th right now. John McPhee with a orange sector in the 1st sector, and Xavi Artigas down in 8th place. Where has he just moved himself? He's moved himself up into 7th place. A good job for the rookie Spaniard. Darren Binder's also set a personal sector in Sector 1, 1/10 of a second quicker than we are currently as things stand. As we go to the left-hand side for the Adrian Campos corner, the left-hand side of the tyre, the front and rear, is looking a bit worse for wear, so this may be our last attempt on board the soft option tyres. Potentially I might go again, but we'll see how things go. If I can really get into the rhythm, one more lap perhaps, give it another try, see if we can get the soft option going. But Darren Binder on the left hand side of the screen there, 2nd sector, is now a red helmet for him. We might have to be careful here, might not have to be messing around too much, but I do like that race pace nonetheless. Soft option front, soft option rear, even when they're pretty battered, still into the 1:41.6s. Pretty impressive if I do say so myself. Going into turn 3, we do get a red sector. That's been a while since we've seen any sort of orange or red sector for Grant, but there it is, a nice crimson sector going into Sector 1. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below as well how you think about the season and what your predictions are going to be for 8 PM GMT's race. Do you think we are going to do the business? Do you think it's pretty much a done, dusted deal? I do appreciate that the rest of the season has been rather competitive and very close, but coming out right towards the death and just getting that couple of extra points was quite crucial for a perfect championship, because I really do want to win this one. And as much fun as it's been toying with the opponents and also sometimes racing in power setting 1, it's been really, really great. I have absolutely loved this season. But Darren Binder was on a very, very fast lap there. He decided to jump into the pit. So that's kind of caught me off guard, that one. I didn't see that happening. But we are quicker into the third sector. But on the screen on the right-hand side, it's telling me we are 0.5 of a second down. So perhaps I lost a bit of time after we completed this third sector. But we will go into the completion of Sector 4 now with our head behind the bubble and be fully accelerating out of the Adrian Campos corner, get in behind the bubble and absolutely go for it. Currently as it stands we're going to be 1/10 quicker, which is not going to get the job done for the pole, but it could get us on the front row, perhaps 5th place. So one more go, or maybe 2 more goes, depending on how much laps we will get. I'm going to go for at very least 1 more lap, and we do have a medium front and a hard rear, but those lap times that we put in are very, very positive for the race come 8 PM. Lots and lots of lap times in the 1:41, and at most they deviate by around 0.3 of a second. So we are very close to our lap time set previously, but we are 33,000 of a second faster than Pedro Acosta, the current pole man in his home track of Spain. Of course, the 17-year-old has had a very good season towards the end, getting himself up into the 3rd position. He is now ahead of Gabriel Rodrigo for runners-up in the battle for the World Championship. On the left-hand side for Angel Nieto, the hard option tyre looking pretty tasty right now. This could be a very well viable option for the race come 8 PM tonight if you didn't quite catch it, as I said earlier on and mentioned many times. Now up again in Sector 2, another wonderful red sector, but bearing in mind Tatsuki Suzuki and Andrea Mino filling up the oranges and the bit of reds there as well, as Darren Binder sets a personal best into Sector 1. We're running a little bit tight there, but somewhat deep at the same time for turn 11. Went for the V line, so it runs a little bit deeper, or at least it appears that way, but on the exit it's nice and tight. Onto the right hand side for the Champiqueros corner for turn 12, as we now hold it to the left. We're charging now, full acceleration. This is not going to be great for the tyres. We're absolutely wrenching the throttle back. We're braking into the Adrian Campos corner. Take a nice tight apex here. Bring the bike up to a normal position. It's now 0 degrees lean angle. Charging down towards the finish line. And this should be enough to take pole position number 12 across the line we go. It's a 1:48.38. So Grant got the job done, pole position number 12 for the World Championship leader, right here in the final round of this Moto3 World Championship. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment and subscribe, it's very much appreciated. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload, and upon that note guys, see you at 8 PM for the Grand Prix. Thanks for watching, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.